Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Love Soul Connection podcast. We are super excited to have a special guest on the podcast this week, a pelvic floor specialist who will be joining me for a juicy, much needed conversation. Dr. Pratibha is a women's health physiotherapist with an experience of more than 20 years. She's a specialist in pelvic health, prenatal, postnatal, and lactation. She's the founder and CEO of NatalWise, a virtual platform for females of all age groups. We are going to be diving deep into the often ignored foundation of pleasure, power, and posture. If you've ever wondered why your pelvic floor matters in intimacy or what is it even about, you don't want to miss this one. So stay tuned. It's going to be an enlightening and empowering conversation. Let's bring her on. Hi Pratibha, so welcome to my podcast. How are you doing today?
Hi, Meeta. Thank you so much. I'm doing great. And thank you for inviting me over to your wonderful eye-opening podcast series. I've been watching your podcast. They are like really, really nice and eye-opening. And it was such an honor to be invited over, by you on your podcast.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank
So,
you.
okay, so today we have you here as a pelvic floor specialist. So first, let's start with understanding what the hell is pelvic floor. ये होता क्या है?
Yes. So recently, yes, there has been quite a lot of noise about pelvic floor. Maybe if you even talk about 2 years down the lane, nobody knew, nobody was talking about it. It's just within these last 2 years, thanks to social media, there has been lots of noise about pelvic floor. What is pelvic floor? Pubic region kya hota hai? Ye kya hai? All of that. So simplifying in a layman's language, I would like to just make you understand it's our pelvic floor, our muscles down there below our navel, all the
Hmm.
muscles that go below our navel for men as well as for women. And also, everybody's only talking about women pelvic floor. Even men have a pelvic floor. So
Oh,
all the muscles that are below your navel, right? And it's basically simplifying it. It's like a hammock, like the hammock that is made of ropes. So it's like a hammock like this, which holds your pelvic floor muscles starting from your anal opening from behind. That is the pubic bone coming forward up to the front. So in
okay.
females, of course, we have more complex, mechanism in our system. So anal as well as the vaginal opening, the urinary opening, the urethra, the entire pelvic region. And for men, of course, the anal opening and up till to to their urinary opening. So this is how our pelvic floor is formed and connected to each other from back to front.
Okay. Okay. And why is the pelvic floor important? I mean, is what are the common signs that someone might have a pelvic floor issue without realizing it?
Yeah. So see, firstly, Nita, I think we need to understand इनका काम क्या है? What are
Right.
these pelvic floor muscles? है ना? Like, why do we talk about it? Or why is it important even to pay attention to them?
Correct.
Mm. So again, pelvic floor muscles are as important as your any other muscles in the body. Be
Hmm.
it like, your back muscles, your abdominal muscles. Everybody's always exercising and taking care of, कि हमें biceps बनाने हैं, shoulder muscles करने हैं या abs की muscles को workout करना है, back की
Right.
muscles को strengthen करना है. Nobody's discussing or taking care of their pelvic floor muscles which is down there. Why?
Right.
Because you can't see it. Like, you don't see it in the mirror physically unless you actually, place a mirror, look at yourself, you can kind of like place a mirror between your legs, observe your muscles, look at them, look what is there. You
Hmm.
should know. And so many people actually shy away from that.
Yeah.
You know,
True.
People don't even know, when I tell my patients, my female patients, when they come to me, like, just at least be aware of what you have down there. No, no,
Yeah.
no, we can't look at ourselves in the mirror like that. But
Yeah.
that comfort has to be very, very important first to understand what is down there
Hmm. Hmm.
and what is their function. What do they do? They
Correct.
help you control your urine. Very, very important. अगर वो muscles नहीं होती या strong नहीं होती, what would happen? Anytime there is a pressure in your bladder, you would not be able to reach the loo also. There'll be leak. So you control from your mental system, from your nervous system, when to pee and open your muscles, or when to go to the washroom, how to manage your bowel functions, your urine function. Everything is controlled through your nervous system with your pelvic floor muscles. So that is the main function of your pelvic. And also very important, they help you in your sexual activity.
Hmm. Okay.
So such important muscles which we are not even bothering about.
Yeah, yeah, it's very strange. Yesterday, I was speaking to a woman and I told her that I'm going to record a podcast with a pelvic floor specialist. And she said, "Oh, what is that? Do we have that in our body?" And I'm like,
Exactly.
"Okay, you definitely have to watch my podcast."
Absolutely.
Yeah, these are things, these are terms which no one talks to us about. I mean, no one talks to us about these normal things like sex and sex education, puberty, and our body parts and all of that. And that thing which you mentioned, that women don't even want to see their body, that's coming from shame, guilt,
Yeah.
societal conditioning. That's
Yeah.
from where it's coming. Anyway,
Absolutely.
so moving on to the next question. What are some of the common signs that someone might have any like issue happening with the pelvic floor? What should they be careful about?
Yeah. Again, so in fact, even I'd like to share an anecdote. I had this, patient. She was almost in her 60s by the time she came to me, and she
Hmm.
said she's been suffering from urinary incontinence, like as in she's not able to control her urine for the past more than 10 years. So around in her 50s, she started with this issue, and
Hmm.
she passed 10 years of her life with that issue or that discomfort, and she used to be scared of going out of the house for too long. She would say that I would just go out, for half an hour, 40 minutes. And if I would know that there is a washroom there around, so that I'll be able to go to the loo,
Yeah.
often. She had to go to the to the washroom very often. She could not control her urine. And
Hmm.
sometimes she also used to experience a leak or trickle in her panty. So all the time she said my panty was always wet. I used to always have this uncomfortable feeling. And then of
Right.
course, urine is something like an excretion of your waste, right? And of course, then your clothes you might feel there's this kind of a smell or no body, some odor that might release from your body. So you would feel uncomfortable. For
Correct.
10 years, she suffered in silence without knowing that she can treat it.
Absolutely, because women are not even aware about this. And I
Yeah,
think this is a common problem with a lot of people. In fact, even men tend to say that I have to wake up at night every 2, 3 hours. So
yeah.
maybe that is also a sign of weak pelvic floor muscle.
Weak pet. Yeah. So firstly, like giving you an example that with this lady. So firstly, one needs to understand, are you experiencing these common signs in a day-to-day routine? You
Hmm.
know. So again, people do, women or even men do experience. So one of the commonest is, of course, simple activity. Like suppose you're out in a party or somewhere, and your
Yeah.
bladder, you have slight pressure on your bladder. But
Yeah.
if your muscles are weak, you won't be able to even control it enough. By the time you reach the loo, you might feel that it's already trickled. Your
Right.
urine is all. So urinary incontinence. Then urinary urgency. Urgency again, as I told you, even if suppose you've had one glass of water or some liquid, and immediately you feel, oh, your bladder is full, and you immediately need to go to the washroom. So that urgency is always there. So that is frequent urination, going to the washroom again and again, and which
Hmm.
happens in men as well,
Right.
as what you mentioned, especially urination in the night. And also sometimes for men it happens that after you've passed urine, even finishing completely emptying your bladder, there might be a little bit of dribble that might you might experience after completing your urination process, and getting out of the washroom, you'll feel there's still a dribble coming in. That means your
Hmm.
muscles are weak. You're not
Correct.
being able to do complete emptying of your bladder.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm?
Hmm.
So
Right.
these are very common signs. Also, something very silly it might sound, but sometimes some feel like it is silly, and you ignore it. That even something like bending down to pick up a simple thing in a simple activity, you might just unconsciously might pass gas, or might pass some air. That is also weak muscles of your bowel, of your anal opening. So
Right.
ideally, that's not how it should be. But that is one of the commonest signs also. So be aware of all these symptoms in your day-to-day activities. If you feel it's happening too often, or
Hmm.
any particular activity is triggering this reaction in your body, please seek out help as soon as possible. Don't delay it any further.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Very important. In fact, one thing I'd like to add over here is that most of the people, after they urinate, they don't wash themselves. And I think that is an important part of hygiene. Not
Absolutely.
necessarily sexual hygiene, but even otherwise to keep yourself clean. So, be it a woman, be it a man, especially man, when they do it, men, when they do it standing, then they just, don't wash themselves. And so, a little bit of those drops stay back, which then cause some staining on your underwear or leave that one drop where a little smell might come. So, for women also, I think it is extremely essential that they should wash themselves after they finish
Absolutely.
passing urine.
Absolutely. And washing now, again, now since you brought up this topic, yes, I do get so many females, and they end up having a lot of UTIs. For women,
Right.
UTIs is more common than men. Even men do go through UTIs, but for women, it is more common. Why?
Yeah.
Again, because most of the women, we are wearing a lot of, fancy underwears, satin underwears, and, we do not allow natural air to, like, dry it in natural air. So if you don't have time to dry yourself in natural air or whatever, you must always just, dribble little water. Don't use all these fancy soaps and those nice smelling like,
Yeah.
yeah, like fancy stuff. Don't use that. Just wash it with water and
Plain
pat
water.
dry it with a tissue paper and then get out of the washroom. So this also
Correct.
avoids any kind of urinary tract infections for women as well as for men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
And
a very
also, sorry, I'd also like to add one more point here that, common sign of urinary incontinence is also passing urine during sexual activity.
ah
It
okay.
could happen.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So that's also a
Yes.
sign that, and in fact,
Absolutely.
I think that will be like a very clear sign.
Absolutely. And it would be so embarrassing for you and your partner at that point when you're in the moment and you might just end up passing little urine. Even for men, while they're in the process of ejaculation, they could pass some urine as well. For
Hmm.
women, in fact, it is very common.
Hmm.
Women don't realize it. It is very common for them to pass urine while sexual activity, which is not a good idea. That means your muscles are very weak.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one thing to watch out for.
Absolutely.
Right. So the next question is, a lot of women have this misconception, that pelvic floor health is only related to women, especially after childbirth. And also, how does it affect men or, women who haven't actually given birth?
Yeah. So, in a larger population, or still a lot of postpartum mothers do talk about urinary or incontinence because of the pressure of the baby that comes on your bladder during pregnancy and then postpartum after giving birth. But
Hmm.
also, yes, women at a certain age they get affected by weak PFM muscles and urinary incontinence, and even men. But the most commonest could be overweight. If
Okay.
you are heavy on your stomach, if you're overweight, so your entire body pressure is putting, as I told you, it's like a hammock. So the more weight you keep on putting, the more your this hammock starts becoming looser and it starts dropping down towards gravity.
Hmm.
Right?
Hmm.
So it's all gravitational pull that your hammock keeps, like, like if suppose you have an old hammock at home or somewhere, once
Yeah.
it's overused, so many people have sat on it, you've used it. So that hammock over time starts becoming looser, and then you
Hmm.
need to tighten it up, retie it up and probably redo it. Same
Correct.
way is with these muscles. The more weight we keep putting on our pelvic floor muscles, they become weak and they go down towards gravity. So
Okay.
overweight is one of the most commonest reasons could happen to a non-pregnant or a non-postpartum woman, and also to someone who's not even old. Even younger girls could have this experience. And
Okay.
also someone, for men, it could also happen if someone have had a pelvic floor, like pubic floor injury, or those who have constipation, very chronic constipation.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah.
They also could have this problem.
Yes. So when if suppose you're constipated, every time you're going to the washroom to clear your bowels, you put a
Hmm.
lot of pressure. So the more pressure you keep putting, same way your hammock is always loosening and going down towards gravity.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that puts a lot of pressure on your pelvic floor muscles.
Right. Right. Another question is, women go through pain, during sex. So does that have anything to do with the pelvic floor muscles?
Absolutely, it does, because my first point was, of course, your pelvic floor muscles are very important part in your sexual activity,
Hmm.
right? So if you have too tight a muscle, that could give you a lot of pain and discomfort during penetration. So sometimes your muscle tone is very tight, and you are not relaxed. So mental relaxation and physical relaxation before the main penetrative activity during your sexual intercourse is very important. If a female's muscles are tight toned, toned
Hmm.
and too tight, then it could lead to a lot of pain and discomfort.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
During pain during sexual activity is mainly because of tight muscles. So it's not always loose muscles, it is also tight muscles. So
Okay.
both ways it is not good in your day to day routine.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. What is one simple thing that someone could do today to start taking care of their pelvic floor?
Yeah. So see, first of all, of course, identify what we are talking about. What are your pelvic floor muscles? Understand what they are, understanding their role, their main function in our body, like how our spine has a main function to keep us erect, right? Our legs are functioning to help us walk. Same
Hmm.
way, what does our pelvic floor muscles do? They are
Hmm.
basically the functions that control our pee, our poo, and our sexual activity,
Hmm.
right? So once you have understood what is the main function of our pelvic floor muscles, then how to take care of them, like how we exercise on a daily basis. If suppose we want to build a muscle, we exercise on a daily basis. Suppose we have backache issue, we go to a physiotherapist and they ask you, okay, you need to do these strengthening exercises to make your back stronger or to ease the pain or discomfort. Same
Hmm.
way, pelvic floor muscles exercises, there's a group of exercises that one needs to do on a regular basis to ensure that they are strong and healthy, and in the they're in the right place,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So one of the most commonest, I would say, is like everybody, even if someone has the slightest idea what it is, you would generally go on Google search and you will search for pelvic floor muscles exercises. The first thing that comes on top is your Kegels exercises.
Yeah.
Kegels, right? Kegels exercises. Those are the most commonest and simplest, yes. But of course, if you have a bad back or if your posture is bad, so only Kegels will not help. So there are a group of exercises that one needs to do to
Hmm.
actually the overall the overall health of your pelvic floor is important, with a group of exercises and group of other things that you need to do, like um, your hygiene is very important, your posture is very important, your breathing pattern is very important,
Hmm.
right? So all these things play a role in actually treating your pelvic floor muscles and keeping them healthy.
Right. Right. And according to you, say there's a young girl, and how early in life should we start being a little aware of our pelvic floor muscles, or what should we do to start taking care of them so that by the time you age or you become 30, 40, then they still stay healthy?
See, now that you're talking about it, and now there is a lot of awareness that is coming up. So, a young girl, first of all, a young person would not bother
Hmm.
unless at some point in their life they would experience something which would start bothering them in their day to day routine,
Right.
right? So,
Right.
I really hope that our today's podcast is able to reach maximum number of audience, not only older people, even younger people. So
Hmm.
once they understand that we are talking about it, you can start as early as you start with your puberty to
Right.
be able to. But again, it's very difficult for such a young, girl or even a boy to make them understand that you need to take care of these like muscles. But in any case, something as simple as Kegels, everybody can do. And
Hmm.
sometimes, I tell everyone that if suppose you have, even if you begin with a little bit of problem, Kegels is the simplest thing that you can do and continue to do it your entire life. It
Right.
should not be like, aaj kiya, kal kiya, okay, 2 months kiya, 3 months kiya, and then you forget about it. No,
Yeah.
it should be like a normal daily routine of your, day. Like suppose you're brushing your teeth or you're taking a shower. Same way you need to do your simple, at least Kegels, if nothing else.
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So I'll
Right.
just give, if you don't mind, like if you would like me to share just a 1 minute, tip on how to do the Kegels also correctly, because most of the people don't even understand on how to do it correctly, right?
Yes, please do. Yeah.
So simply the first thing, you can also use your hands as a cue. So from here, you need to give a signal to your opening. What opening? Your anal opening, your vaginal opening. For men, it is the anal opening, and automatically all the other muscles start to squeeze. So even men can do this, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
wherever you're sitting, standing, lying down, walking. For Kegels, you don't need to just get on a mat or do a particular exercise. Kegels you can do any time of the day. Nobody knows you're doing Kegels. Like you and I, when we're sitting and talking to each other, even right now we can do it, right? So
Yeah.
nobody knows, and you don't have to stop your breath. So generally, one wrong way that people are mostly doing is you're breathing in, you're pushing your abdominal muscles inward, and then you're squeezing your pelvic muscles.
Right. Right.
That's a wrong way of doing it. So even
Okay.
while I'm talking, my breath doesn't stop. I don't have to squeeze my abdominal muscles. And simply, so the focus comes from your mind. You can
Okay.
probably close your eyes, make a fist, and imagine that you're just closing your vaginal opening or the urinary opening and
Hmm.
just squeezing it. Try to
Right.
squeeze it, hold it for a few seconds, say about 5 seconds, or even if you can hold it more, that will be great. And slowly, gradually open it, release it.
Right.
So, why am I giving a hand cue? Because something physically and virtually you can see. So,
Hmm.
you react better to it. Just
Yeah.
sitting like this and trying to focus on your muscles, initially it might be a little difficult.
Difficult. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Just having that hand to focus will kind of give you also
Yes.
that more clarity.
The squeeze that you need to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Right.
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 So this is very simple. Just try to do it correctly.
Hmm.
Even if you can start it as early as possible, and one must continue like forever. Till the time you're alive, just keep doing it.
Hmm. 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 Right. Right. Make it a way of your
Yes,
life. Just like you
absolutely.
maybe apply yoga or do your pranayam. Do some of
Absolutely.
this. In fact, I think this is also a part of yoga. We call it mool band, and we do
Yes,
it in that manner. So it is
yes,
in included already in yoga.
absolutely. Yes.
One last question I'd like to ask you is that do you have anything to say for women who are heading towards menopause? What can they do in their 30s or 40s, by the time they reach menopause? How can they improve on their pelvic floor? Because I guess when the pelvic floor is not healthy, then you feel loose, and sex also becomes disinteresting. So what are the things that women should take care of them?
Yeah, very important, because just in fact, recently another lady came up to me. She was almost in her mid 40s, and she's like, I want to continue to enjoy sex with my partner, but I feel like, every time I'm having a penetrative sex, I feel like, I'm not really enjoying it, and he's also not enjoying it. Because for men also they need a little tighter area wherein, like, they can have a penetrative activity. So the
Correct.
most important part for menopausal is, like, again, when we're talking about it, you can start your pelvic floor strengthening as early as possible. Don't wait कि हम 30 की एज के बाद ही करेंगे या मेनोपॉज के आसपास ही करेंगे. Okay, you're aware of it, लेकिन अभी हमें जरूरत नहीं है. You should never think like this कि any particular thing, especially your down there muscles की जरूरत नहीं है. जरूरत
Hmm.
है, and they are very important part of your, you know, to have a healthy lifestyle also.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
menopause may generally there is a hormone that starts, like, estrogen and your progesterone levels, start playing a havoc with your system. They could go high, they could go low. And then the important part for your vaginal, healthy vagina is basically the lubrication, the fluid that is discharged during your sexual activity. So that
Right.
kind of decreases because of the hormones playing havoc with your system. Right?
Hmm.
And then
Hmm.
one starts feeling, and also everybody's talking about it. Are now to you're in menopause, okay, finish now, your life is gone, no more sexual activity, you won't enjoy life, chodo, boring, this, that, and so many women are always talking this in their head. Chalo, ab to hamari ye age aa gayi hai, now to forget it, we don't need to enjoy sex, or because there is so much ingrained in your system through the society.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
This
So
is
that
not
is very wrong.
correct. This is not true at all. In fact, you can enjoy more. intimacy and better sex, because you don't have to worry about pregnancy, and you
Exactly.
can try even more different things. You just need to work on
Absolutely.
your intimacy and your physical health to go along with it, so that
Absolutely.
that experience even gets better. In fact, that's what
Yeah,
I
in fact, you'd enjoy better because you don't have to use any contraceptive methods and no stress in your head that you might just end up conceiving or getting pregnant. And then no, obviously, if there are female who are feeling vaginal dryness or sometimes it gets little itchy post your sexual activity, there are lots of ways that you can increase the dry, like increase your lubrication. There are lubes available. There are
yeah.
different kind of gadgets available nowadays, so enjoy that period even more without the stress of kind of contraception karna hai, ye karna hai, wo karna hai. Yeah, so
Absolutely.
don't. And the
Absolutely.
more you think, so it's all in your, a lot of things are in your head. The more
Yeah.
you think about it, now to my time is gone, I'm to finish, I've become old now, nothing doing, the more your body will keep sending that signal to all your organs.
True. Your body is always listening to you, and so what you
Absolutely.
believe becomes a fact for you.
Absolutely.
Right. Right. Okay, so that was my last question. Is there anything else that you would like to leave our audiences with?
Yeah. So, A, please recognize and identify your down there muscles. Now, those muscles are not only to people or have a sexual activity. Those muscles are very, very important part of your body and the most ignored part of your body. So
Hmm.
please start, getting aware of it. Look at yourself down there. Don't feel shy. Understand what all, different openings you have. Especially women are not even aware of this, that they have a urinary opening separate and a vaginal opening separate and an anal opening separate.
Of course, there are three different openings.
Yes, a lot of people, a
When
lot
you
of women,
urinate, your baby doesn't come from there.
absolutely, yes. And a lot of women are not aware of this. So
Yeah.
awareness, identification of your down there is very important, and their main function is very important, right? And also your Kegels exercises, like it should be like a daily routine to keep strengthening your pelvic floor muscles, to have a good activity or good life throughout, as you get older also. And of course, lastly, I would, like to mention that if you have a wrong posture, even that affects your pelvic floor muscles to a large extent, right?
Okay.
And your breathing pattern. So the more tense and tightened and anxious breathing patterns you will have, the more your pelvic floor muscles will get affected.
Okay.
So, like as you said in yoga, there is an because I'm not a yoga person, I'm a physiotherapist. But yes, a lot of breathing techniques we also teach our patients. So, how breathing not only helps you, in strengthening your muscles, it also increases the blood circulation to your pelvic region. So the
Hmm.
more you do a good breathing pattern in conjunction with your Kegels or with your pelvic floor muscles, it helps increase the nerve endings. It increases circulation. It heightens your sexual activity for men as well as for women.
Right. 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 So important.
Very important, yes.
Absolutely, very important. And before we leave, why don't you tell us a little bit more about Natal Wise, your project?
Yes. Thank you so much. So this is like my dream, my baby. And finally now it's coming into fruition and I've taken up the leap that okay, I have to do this. So Natal Wise is basically a virtual platform
Mhm.
for females of all age groups. So now be it an adolescent or a 10-year-old girl to veteran years, whether you're 70, 80, whatever age you are, whatever phase of life you are as a female, because we females go through different stages of life with hormones, with age, pregnancy, motherhood, menopause, old age. So we go through so much, it's beautiful. Our life is not boring. Our life is full of action.
Yeah,
You know, every
absolutely.
day is not the same. In fact, every day would be different for
Yeah,
us.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So the platform basically has experts from different fields, from different backgrounds, wherein a female would want to, learn, even like it is a wellness platform. Yes, of course, we have a pediatrician, we have a gynecologist, we have nutritionists, physios, sexual health coaches, mental health coaches, psychologists, and we have relationship coaches as well, and also tarot card readers. Like so many people just sitting by, you just open the app and say, okay, let's see today what my tarot card says, how my
Right.
day is going to go. So it's a fun platform. Plus, you can also learn some healing techniques from our healers who are there on the platform. You are
Hmm.
having some sort of anxiety which happens every day, which affects your health mentally and physically. So you can see our psychologist, as well as you can, go to a healer, learn some breathing techniques, healing techniques, self-healing techniques. So
Right.
it's always self-care. You should not depend on another person to take care of you. Take care of yourself. Your health, your self-care is in your hands.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that's what I want to actually, my motto on of my this particular virtual platform is to reach out to females, any part of of the country, any smallest town. You feel okay, we don't have a lactation expert, I've just given birth, I need to, I can't breastfeed my baby, I'm having some issue. So there's a get online, just speak to the lactation expert through a video call. Your answer is, your query is answered. Okay,
Yeah.
I want to go out for an evening party, but I'm not conscious about, I'm not sure what kind of makeup I should do. Should I do a light makeup? And so we have a makeup artist, so she'll just tell you, okay, how to prep your skin, even if you don't want to do too much, just smoothing out your face, just getting
Hmm.
a little bit of glow. Simple
Hmm.
light makeup, going out for a kitty party. Okay, like, I want to learn. Every time I go out for a kitty party, my friends say your skin is looking dull, you have dark circles under your eyes. So just a little cover up and a little bit of blusher here and there. So just help makeup techniques. Okay, I don't know what kind of clothes I should wear for this particular event. My body type is in this, but I want to wear a tank top. So do you think a tank top would look nice with a short, this thing with my navel showing a little bit? So get on talk, on a pep talk with one of our stylists, so they can tell you, wear a tank top, feel confident, but you can probably, wear a drape over it or whatever. The stylist will tell you, what color would suit you. And you start becoming more confident about yourself.
Correct. Correct. So you're
Yeah,
offering everything under one umbrella.
absolutely. I'm
Like,
so happy and I'm
get
super
ready, style
excited.
yourself, see your tarot. How's your day going to be? Any physical problem, address it. Wow, that's amazing. That's something to look forward
Absolutely.
to. That's going to be
Thank
great.
you.
Great,
Thank
great.
you.
Great. So we look
Yeah.
forward to when it comes out, and we will announce it as well on our podcast and all our other social media platforms.
Thank you.
Yes. So
Thank you so
thank
much.
you, Dr. Pratibha, for coming here today and giving us so much knowledge and information. I'm sure this is going to be very helpful for a lot of women and men as well. And they will be able to take back a lot of stuff from this episode. And both of us encourage you that please share this podcast with as many people as you know, because pelvic floor is something which is an important part of your anatomy, and you need to be a little conscious about it and start taking care and observing the signs if at all you're going through anything.
Yes. And as soon as you do observe even a little bit of signs, please seek out help ASAP. Don't
Right.
wait to worsen the situation to the extent that sometimes, some females also have to undergo surgery. So let's
Right.
not go up to that level.
Correct. Correct. Yes.
Right.
Yes. Right. So thank you, Dr. Pratibha, again for coming and empowering us so much. And we shall again talk about some other subject next time. And we look
Sure.
forward to Natal Wise coming online and
Thank
starting to help
you.
women. So
Thank you so much. Thank
take
you.
care of
So
yourself.
your support, Meeta, and the support of my viewers, of our viewers. So, just stay tuned, be all ready. We'll be launching soon. And of course, we'll be doing more podcasts with Meeta as well. Meeta is also a sexual health coach, and she will be joining my platform as well soon. So we are looking forward to a lot of fun time, lot of informative time as well. And be the best version of yourself. That's what my main motto is for every female out there.
Yes, absolutely. Be confident in your skin, love
Confident.
your body, and go have that rocking sex, man. You deserve it.
Absolutely.
So that's
Absolutely.
all that we want to share today. And thank you for joining us on this episode. And shall connect soon. See you in the next one.
Thank you.